Hold on, family. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Put it on the inside of the fence. Not at the top, Kev. Kev, stop being lazy and open the fence and put it inside the fence. Let me see. Put her clean her nose for me. Okay, everything work? Always put it on the inside, put it on the outside, and leave it for somebody to come by and take it off.
Move, mister.
Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm piggybacking off of yesterday's video. When listening back to it today, I forgot a very, very important point yesterday. One, thanks to everybody that's been supporting. Thanks for everybody who's gotten the spiritual fitness. All proceeds has gone to the temple bill, and I'll do a tally on that. Zen for Pain still in the site. The water programs are still up. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting in one way or the other, just by donations or sharing the videos. If you can't do nothing else, you can share the video. Share it on your Facebook, tag 10 people. It helps the work and to get the message out. Okay, so, and everybody who's in spiritual fitness, today is day 9. It's a good day. It's a good day for me. I've had it's 10:30, and I've just had water. I had a handful of pumpkin seeds and an apple, and I'm headed out to do my 3-mile walk, and I'll eat some watermelons and cherries and all kinds of stuff when I get back. So I haven't done much salad. It's just been a lot of fruit, and I like the way the fruit look on me too, like the way it does my skin and just really cleanses you out, you know, cleanses that gut out, like it scrubs it out. So that, along with the puller, like if you're taking a puller, if anybody's taking a puller yet, please let me know. I know a lot of you don't go fishing for what's in there, but let me know what you see. Because like if you take it the way recommended in spiritual fitness, is every other day. And I've been taking every other day, except for yesterday. I took a break from the cleanser and the puller. Just gave my body a break, start back again today on the puller. Every day that I've taken it, it's still, not the puller, but the cleanser is still pulling stuff out. It's still pulling stuff out their gut. And you can tell, somebody asked me, how can you tell the difference? In the email, how can you tell the difference? How do you know that that's a bug or whatever? When you take that cleanser or the puller, the way it look in the jar, okay, do this. Take some of the cleanser and some of the puller and put them in jars separately, that is. Add water to it for science. You're going to waste it. And add water to it and leave it. The way that looks is the way it should look coming out you. If it look anything different than that, something has attached to it. So if it's coming out and it's long and stretchy and lumpy, that's a parasite that ate it. If it's rubbery, a parasite that ate that. Like the cleanser should almost look like jelly-ish. When it start clumping and it's long and you can almost see skin, that's a parasite. So that's how you know the difference. Put it in a jar without it going through your body. Let it solidify so you can see what it looks like. And then take it so you can say, that's mucoid plaque. You feel me? So that's how you know. You ain't got to take my word for it. Oh my God, this fly been in here since yesterday. I couldn't get his ass on the highway. I think I just got him. So that's how you know. If you do that for 28 days, you pull that stuff out your body like that, you want to have results. You want to feel cleaner. You want to clean up some stuff. Your skin clean up. That means it's filth in there. You're cleaning up some stuff. Your vibration. You are raising your vibration when you pull out the toxins and the poison out the body. See? This is why we want to do that. We want to be in light bodies. Not just L-I-G-H-T, but L-I-T-E. You want to be in light bodies. L-I-T, you want to be in lit bodies. You want to be lit, you feel me? So to raise your vibration so that you can raise your flame to the blue flame. Raise your footprint so you're less dense. And the more spiritual you do, or the less physical you do, the more spirited you become. Then you get the mucus and the toxins off of your energy portals so that they can open up and spin and expand and vibrate and release frequencies out into the universe and back into you, and you can make the exchange so that your skin, your melanin, and for those who don't have melanin, you have melanin in your organs. But those who have melanin as the antennas on the planet, you feel me? So like in your antenna, you want that coil. That you want your antennas clean so that your coils are working. If your pores in your temple, in your head, your temple is clogged. Or you got a bunch of chemicals, or you feel me? If you're constantly wearing makeup every day and covering your pores, how is your melanin popping? How is your melanin working? Cleanse that out. When you notice, when you eat sun food is orbs, sun food is wombs, is seed with flesh around it. Has seeds in the middle, it has flesh around it. That's wombs. That's what comes from the vulva of the plant. That's not leaves. There's some leaves that's edible for us too. You know what's for you, I keep saying it, because it's handed to you. Most of the greenery that we eat is not what we really should eat. That's why the cellulose make us bloated. It irritates us, our gut, all kinds of stuff the cellulose do. But then there's some a lot of the greeneries that we're supposed to eat are leaves, like the moringa leaf. It's better than spinach, it's better than lettuce, it's better than all of that. So like the moringa, you can eat that leaf, and then it doesn't hurt it. It handed to you. When you eat lettuce, it hurts the plant. I'm saying I don't eat lettuce. I very seldom eat lettuce. Though I told you the Guardian said don't eat lettuce or cabbage unless you know where it comes from. It's not that it's GMO, but it's a special kind of engineered on those. Don't eat no lettuce or cabbage unless you know the source, the organic source that it comes from. Research it to make sure it's not tampered with. Billy Goat got his hands on that. You don't want to mess with that. So I don't eat nobody's lettuce unless I know. You feel me? So anyway, like one of this, like sometimes I get the bags of salad. The brand I get is Taylor. Now I looked into this company deeply, and they're a good organic company. That's only one of the only ones I know that I would eat lettuce from them. Anyway, so when your body's cleansed on the inside and out. That's why I say cleanliness is next to godliness. When your body's cleansed on the inside and out, come on, Buddha, go ahead, come on. Then you can better make the connection. You feel me? You release the devil from inside of you and on you. All of these things are blocking your frequencies, blocking your connection. Come on. When it's poison, it's on your body, around your body, holding your body and stopping that flow, stopping you from being in the flow. And that's what you want. You want to be in the connection to the all, from the ground up, from the inside out to the ground and up. You want to be able to make that connection to the tree. You want to be able to make that connection to the soil and to the animals, to the sun. So when you eat that sun, what I was saying earlier, when you eat that sun-baked foods, because it's not raw, it's sun-cooked. It's just not oven-cooked. It's a difference. You can get oven-cooked food and sun-baked foods. Sun-baked foods is not raw. Raw foods is not ripe food. When it's not ripe, it hasn't been cooked by the sun yet, and that's why the tree hasn't released it, or the vine hasn't released it, because the food that we're supposed to eat is handed to us. It just falls off. You feel me? So these are orbs, and these are orbs with the H230, orbs with the fiber, orbs with the water. Drink that water, but you need H2O and H230. Do not stop drinking your regular water from a good source. This water directly from the earth. See, the earth, the trees and stuff take the H230 and filter it. It filters the water for you, add minerals to the water. So basically fruit water is mineral water. You feel me? But then you are your own source. You plug into the earth and pour your water yourself too. Let your food be water. Let your drink be water. You drink from the well. You do exactly what the tree do. You feel me? I drink that raw well water. Get those minerals out. If you put a bowl of regular water in front of my dogs and a bowl of well water, they will smell them both and go to the well water. Unfiltered. That's the water I drink at my house. Our water comes from a well, or reverse osmosis that comes from a well. Down here in Arizona, you got these little towns, and it's not I'm going off topic, but I need to get on because I need to go do this. But listen, so when you eat sun-baked foods, you see a difference in the effect the sun has on your skin. Don't take my word for it, try it. You know, a lot of people like say they're uncomfortable in the sun, or the sun too hot for their skin. We go through the spiritual fitness program and the spiritual baths once a week with the magnesium and stuff in it will open your pores up. Number one, you will not feel that hot in the sun. Two, eat the living foods every day. That's like a natural sunblock. The natural living foods with the living water and the living electrolytes, the living minerals in that is a natural sunblock. But when you start eating the processed, That stuff come in, it clogs out your pores, then the sun irritates your skin. And I'm talking about, it's this lady on YouTube, she calls Caucasian people, it's the oddest thing, she calls them the palm colored people. I guess it's kind of true, the palm colored people. She be like the palm colored people, like she's just serious about it, she's from Africa. But anyway, so even Caucasians, I've seen myself Caucasians to eat living foods and then are able to live in the sun. But they also start getting freckles too. Everyone that I've seen, they will start getting freckles. And I've seen a bunch of them from that was living down in Costa Rica. And they was coming from Europe and all these different places. And they tribed up in Costa Rica. And they started eating raw foods, so sun-cooked foods. They started eating What just happened? Shut up. That just happened. And something about that food, I don't know the science behind it. I just know what it does. It's something about that food. When you begin to eat sun baked foods, those minerals and stuff protect you. It's a natural sunblock for like Caucasians, palm colored people. It's a natural sunblock. And then for us, we have our own natural sunblock in our skin, but we absorb the sun easier. We absorb the light codes easier try it. Even Caucasian people, they started getting freckles, which means they was getting melanin on their skin. A freckle is melanin. And they were getting freckles all over their backs. And the sun didn't bother them anymore. And some of them who were the palest, who said how the sun hurt their skin, didn't hurt their skin anymore. So that's enough of that. That's about spiritual. That's about why we're doing what we're doing. It's about raising our vibration. It's about waking up the womb man. It's about the sun standing with us and we getting ready and partaking and becoming participators in the spiritual warfare that we are living in, and not just be bystanders in this warfare, but we're volunteers, participators. Hold on, y'all, I lost a thought for a minute. I absolutely came this way because I wanted this. Oh, okay. We have to become participators. So just you at home, not nobody else got to know about you. You do spiritual fitness for you. Womb man, you cleanse yourself up. Once you do the program, and then put your family through it. Put your mates through it. Your children. All right, next month, the family's doing spiritual fitness. I've been through it already. I'm going to put y'all through it. You prepare the meals for them. Get you right and then get the family right. Get you right and then tell your sister about it. Get you right and tell your church about it. I saw this little thing on YouTube. This lady do spiritual fitness. It's good for this age reversal. It's good for a lot of things. Raising the vibration. Warding off the devil. Getting yourself fit on every level. Strengthening your mind, your body, your soul, your emotions. Y'all hear me? Alright, so I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna be long, like I said. Now, with the video yesterday, I forgot to tell y'all something. I'm gonna keep on riding in. I'm gonna ride past the park. We come back. We're gonna be able to go around once. They're gonna be hot as shit. Anyway, and you just, okay, I'll tell you how we're going to do it. Because I got to keep on rolling. So listen. One of the reasons I was stressing when happy, if you didn't see the video yesterday, please see it. The one that's titled, Behold the Pale Horse. And I tell the story in the beginning about the deity Happy. Now, the date was August the 18th. The date was August the 18th. When I was invoked by this deity, visited and then invoked by this deity. Happy. He's a real Egyptian deity. Look him up. He's a two-spirit. After that, that's what I forgot to tell y'all. See, a lot was going on spiritual that year in 2000. After that dream, after that invocation, I wasn't asleep, I was taking a bath. After that, this is where Dr. York comes in. So that was in August. In like September, I went to the club, came home and need toe up from the floor up. One of them ones, I woke up with all my clothes on. I just laid across the bed and thought I was home. I didn't even know I was drunk. I didn't know I went out or nothing. That's how drunk I was. But I was taken that night. And I was taken into the void. And in front of me was a female being. This is in 2000. And she said her name was Mother Ninti. Mother Ninti goes by many names. Mother Ninti, Ishtar, Ashtar, Isis, Sektet, Sekhmet, Sekhemtet, Sekhemuat. Sekhmet is a powerful deity. It's Sekhmet who has 700 identities. Well, they have 700 statues in Egypt of this deity. But they don't really tell you the power of Sekhmet. And that is my ancient Egyptian name. I am Sekhmet Anukis. But anyway, she had me and a younger Dr. York standing in darkness, naked. Our arms was extended and our legs was extended out like Leonardo da Vinci's medicine man. We were extended like that. She was talking about his work on the planet and what he had to do, what he was sent to do. And then she held his penis. She said, in his penis, he has 9 enzymes. He is the father of my children. And she spoke about his work. And she touched me like this. She said, you, like that, temple to third eye. She said, you have 3 enzymes here. And then she touched my clitoris. She said, in your penis, you have 9 enzymes. You have 6 enzymes. She said, and this is your 9. You are the mother of my children. And then she showed me what her children looked like. It was the black womb man, how they was dressed. This red clay, mind you, I own 30 acres of this red clay now. I didn't even know where it was. They sent me to go get that land. It was some males there, but it was mostly women in these gowns. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that's what she called his phallus a clitoris, or my clitoris a phallus, a penis. She called it a penis. In your penis, you have 6 enzymes. You are the mother of my children. She said, this is your 9. These 9 enzymes are important. These 9 enzymes everybody don't have. He had the magic that he had because of those 9 enzymes. The power that's vested in me is because of the 9 enzymes in me. That came like that was a whole vision, but that part is the, where am I going? Oh, that part is important. Now that was August, so that happened in the bathtub. That was around September-ish. September that happened. Because it freaked me out. I remember getting up and my best friend was staying over. His name was Jason. I hadn't seen him in a long time. He was sleeping in my living room. Him and my other best friend, Cisco. And I went in there to tell them that I was visited by this deity named Ninti, and later found her name in Dr. York books. See, I hadn't owned the Holy Tablets then. This was early. I became a part of the ancient Egyptian order in 2000. I found his land in 99. I had read his books as Imam Isa, not as Dr. York. He came out a long time before that. He'd been out since 79. And he came out as Imam Isa. Al-Haydi Al-Mahdi was his name. Now, this is important. This goes to yesterday, but I forgot to tell y'all. So, now this is October. Real spiritual things always happen to me in October. The deepest things that's happened in my life with the guardians, anything is in October. Why, I don't know. And it's not October is not the 10th month. I forget which month it really is. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So come October, oh no, it was Cisco in the living room, because Jason came later, and I'm going to tell y'all when now. It's just a lot. Come October, I was sitting in my living room watching television. Kev, my mind all over the place. I'm looking for, it's gonna be a green sign on this side of the road. It's gonna be close to the street, and it's a RV place. Cause I keep losing where I'm at right now for some reason. So, like now, I lost where I'm at again in my talk. I know my mind is just flying today. Where was I at? How did it happen? Okay. And which journey was this? Hold on, y'all. How did that happen? It wasn't the one to go get the rock because you was there. When I left on that journey, the Guardian sent me on that journey to Arizona, and I was trying to go to the Grand Canyon, and I wound up in that little town, and then my ticket changed to that little town. Why did they send me across to go do what? Don't think out loud. If you get it, just tell me. Okay, this is important, y'all. I have to pull this. The one when Cisco was there, that was when you and Jasmine with me. That was the second trip, and we had to go to New Mexico and get the stone. When they sent me to get that stone. But the first journey, they sent me to get I can't remember, y'all, what they. Just hold on. I gotta think. When I went to Arizona, my initial trip to Arizona, and they told me not to take nothing with me, that I had to go to the desert. Oh, I don't think it was nothing identified with why I had to go. But they told me I had to go to the desert. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Y'all, sorry for the delay. I had to go to the desert. And I'm like, because I was in the living room. Again, I was invoked. They said that my eyes rolled up in my head. And I was spitting something. Meaning talking. I was saying something. And when I came out of it, I told them I had to go. I had to go to the desert. They was like, for what? I said, I don't know. That's what I remember. I had to go to the desert. That's all I know. I think that's it. Anyway, they said I had to go to the desert. My best friend came. I hadn't seen him in 3 years. That's when he popped back up. I hadn't seen him in 3 years. He came. He said I was riding light rail past your house today. And he said, I swear something clear as day. It said, get off and go to her and wash her feet. He was like, yo, I swear I ain't lying. Mind you, he knocked on the door while people were standing around me after I was just invoked. You remember that? Mm-hmm. It's right there. And they closed because the day's some kind of holiday or something, ain't it? Mm-hmm. For these people, shit. Okay, let me see if Lowe's open. I'm gonna get you the one in there. I just want to see what this piece is called. I don't know where to order this thing at. I have off the teardrop. Anyway, he came. He said, "Yo, I promise you." I was like, "Stop." I was just invoked, and they said that I had to go to the desert. He's like, "You lying?" He said, "Yo, I got off. They said you got to go to the desert and go wash your feet," because he was in church real heavy. So he, without hesitation, he was like, "You got olive oil, you got this, that," and he said that everybody, all these people was at my house, sat there and watched his brother wash my feet. He said, "Ain't nowhere in hell I'm not going with you." He quit his job that day and stayed at my house. I'm not lying. He was like, "Ain't nowhere in hell I'm not going with you. I gotta see what this about." And mind you, he took the journey to Arizona with me. When they told me to leave, they told me don't take nothing with me. I took $800 worth of shit because I ain't never been in no desert. I don't know what they want me to do. I went to this old man named Mr. Price, had him make me a staff out of bamboo. I went and bought these hiking boots, hiking backpack, hiking drink shit. I bought a hiking buddy. I bought hiking, you could think of it. I bought hiking, I bought raincoats. I didn't know what the fuck's in no desert. I'd never been. That was my first time across. That's how I know what year now was the first time, because that's when I bought. I spent $800 for the trip. But I promise you, I got a ticket to the I went to the station to get a ticket to the Grand Canyon. I got a ticket to Phoenix, Arizona, because I thought in my ignorance that the Grand Canyon was in Phoenix, not knowing after learning later that the Grand Canyon is a city on its own, of its own. So I got a ticket to Phoenix, Arizona. When I got to Phoenix, Arizona, I said, "Where are my bags?" They said, "Give me your ticket." They said, "Your bags has gone to where you going to." I said, "This way I'm going." They said, "No, you're going to Sierra Vista." I said, "What the fuck is that?" Wait, I said, "I don't know nothing about that." I said, "I got a ticket." This, mind you, this your first time cross country. This your first time. So if you go buy a ticket, you want to look at the ticket. You want to make sure the ticket say what it says. Our ticket said Phoenix. We excited. We going to Phoenix. No, our tickets changed somehow. We don't know how. but our tickets didn't say where the fuck we went. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I gotta go because my stuff is there. Y'all, I get on this little Mexican bus. Everybody on this motherfucker got on sombreros and shit. The music, I don't understand it. It's like I'm in the fucking circus. My legs swelled up. I'm tired of shit. I'm tired of all this noise. I'm stressed the hell out. I get to this little town, and it's this little ass rink-dink bus station. You look at the window, I see all my stuff in there, and that motherfucker said closed till Monday. That was a Thursday. I was out without my stuff for 5 days, but they told me don't take anything with me because they knew they was gonna switch my damn ticket. They told me not to take anything. I had to walk down the street called Fry Boulevard. That's where I got my little break. I got my little break on that trip. I walked down Fry Boulevard to the only Walmart. It's just one of everything in this little ass town. I walked down to the Walmart and had to get underwear and one other outfit. But good thing I had my staff with me, had a backpack with me, the outfit I had on, my hiking boots, everything else that wasn't in that bag that was with me was in there. So all of that shit I bought, the tents, everything, I didn't get to use, but they told me not to. This talk isn't about that though, but I wanted to share that journey with y'all. So, where was I at? Why was I telling y'all that? This is about Dr. York. It's still important. Okay, so before I left to go on that journey, I mean, it's a hell of a story. The entire journey is a hell of a story. Before I left to go on that journey, I'm like, I started yelling at what I called at the time God, the beings that were speaking to me. I'm like, y'all keep telling me to do all this shit, go on these journeys. I said I applied for, this is Dr. York's land, because I'm gonna go back a little bit. Careful, I'm gonna lose this point. I'm telling them about the day before I left, what was in the mailbox. So when I say where was I at, but I have to go back because earlier that year I was on a journey. Somebody in my family had drove down to Georgia, and their U-Haul flipped over 7 times on the highway. They were in the hospital. The baby was in the hospital. I was like, I gotta go. I drove down there. After my 2-day visit with her, I was about to get on the highway, and the guardian spoke and said, go to him. And that's the first time they ever said that. The first time, it was 2 times in my life, they said go to him. The second time, when I went, he got locked up. They said go to him. I said, who was him? They said go to Jacksonville. I was like, what the fuck is in Jacksonville? I went to a gas station to get a map. So while I'm looking at the map, I said to the lady, I said, what's in Jacksonville? No, she was like, what you looking for? I was like, Jacksonville. She said, oh, you going down there with them pyramids? I said, what pyramids? She said, all them people. She said, no disrespect, but all them black people down there. And they got them pyramids resurrected. And I said, yeah, that's where I'm going. If they sending me to Jacksonville, I know that's where they sending me. So I followed the map. I was like, thanks, I'm on it. It was an hour or so or 2 out the direction I was going. I was in she was in I think Atlanta or Decatur, and I had to go to Jacksonville. But anyway, I get down there. So as I'm riding down this road, boom, it was a scripture from John 3. So he so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. That. And then as I'm coming in, I just see the pyramids erect. I see the Sphinx. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I walk up to the gate. It was me. Cause was Sheena and my dog. I had a dog named Tut. He was real, and a whole bunch of hair. Like when he moved his hair like this, he's so big. Oh, he that little in there though. All that was hair. He looked almost like a child. I went to I got out the car, and there was this man at the gate with a safari like outfit on. He had a sidearm on his hip. My dog ran the car. He had to go to the bathroom. My dog ran out. He ran on the lane. He was like, "No, get that dog. We don't do dogs here. You got to get that dog out of here." So I said, "Come on, Tut. Come on, Tut." I get Tut in the car. I'm like, "What is this?" He said, "This Dr. York man." I remember. I knew of Dr. York. I knew him as Imam Isa. I had 2 of his books as Imam. The Science of Healing, and the Science of the Pyramids that I got a long time ago. I even ran into somebody in Jersey who said Imam Isa want to meet you, but I didn't know Dr. York. Like I didn't know, because the knowledge that I was spitting, I used to go to these parties, like to spit this knowledge. It was like he want to meet you. I ain't never want to meet him. I ain't know who he was. And then they was like, he said that you got to read both degrees, the male and the female degrees, and they were 5%ers then. He was a 5%er then. I would never go to meet him. I was about to go in the military, other stuff. It's a lot. But we kept crossing paths. Then he moved to Baltimore and had that whole ashram down there. I would see him, didn't even know. We just kept crossing paths. Because he from New York. He opened up an ashram in what they was called the Ansar laws. The Ansar laws. Muslim wrote books about the Ansar laws. He showed Muslims how you supposed to be Muslim. The shit is deep. So, I told you I'm all over the place because there's so much to the story. So, he was. What was I at? I lost my damn way again. Where was I at, y'all? So this is a lot to the story. So the Ansar laws. What was I talking about that? Damn, y'all, where was I at? Was y'all in the story or no? Anybody even in here? I can't even see. Damn. Where was I at, Kev?
Oh, you was talking about how you and Dr. York kept crossing paths and you ain't even know.
That's not what I was talking about. That's what I just now said. No, like before I got to that point, like back up, like all the way up, back up.
Oh, you was talking about the what was in the mailbox?
No, Kev. What I was just talking about before I cut it to go. Okay, wait. Let me think about it. Nah, damn. Was I in Arizona yet?
Oh, yeah.
Damn. I can keep going with the story, but I want to get to that point. I want to get to what I was talking about. That's important right now. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me park so I can gather myself. Yeah, we going out there, Emmy. Oh, let me see if they remember. The hell? He wanted to meet me. Oh, no, but before that, why was I on that point? Oh, I went up to the, who said it? Kitty, of course, thank you. I went up to the gate. That's where I was at. I was in Georgia. Where y'all at? I was in Georgia, nigga. I was there. I'm at the gate. And the man was like, this Dr. York land. And that's when I changed for a minute. I was talking about how we had crossed paths. Like I had his books. He was Imam Isa. And I had his books. And then it was newly out there that Imam Isa is now Dr. York. But I ain't know nothing about it. I ain't know nothing about no land in Georgia or none of that. So I said, Dr. York. He said, yeah. I said, Imam Isa? He said, yeah. This is land. He said, why are you here? I said, I was just driving. I was about to go back home and something said, he said, a lot of people get here like that. He said, that's how a lot of people felt. And this one lady, she was there. Once I got there, this lady was fierce. I don't remember her name. I don't know who she was. I just know she was a big, beautiful black woman that had on everything ivory. An ivory crown, an ivory gown, an ivory staff, ivory jewelry. Like real ivory from the elephant. She was from somewhere and she worked with, everything was ivory. Color or real ivory on this lady. Her staff was like this thick and it was made from elephant ivory. And that's when we cast that spell on the courthouse down there. That shit was deep. Y'all, it goes there. So anyway, I'm like, I was called here. I said, and when it told me to come, it said, go to him. It's Holy Land. I said, they said that this is Holy Land, my guardians. He said, it is, sis. I said, then I got to touch this ground. He said, he put his hand on his firearm and said, no, you can't. Go. I said, listen, you're not going to tell me that this is Holy Land and I can't touch it because of some stipulation. And I ran. I said, then you're going to have to shoot me in my back. He said, don't make me do this. I just ran. And when I ran on there, it was like this land was just the shit. It was the street. It was called the Nile Way. And on the Nile Way was statues on each side, like bigger than life-size statues on each side. It was almost like a theme park of these. They be going, oh, hey, them, look at them, them. You had Osiris, Isis, Sekhmet, Horus, just deities all the way down this way. Later, when I went to the land, you actually do a ritual down there. But I was like, I ran and I just fell on my knees in this dirt, in this sand. It was red clay, sandy and red clay. And I fell with all this shit stuck to my face from my tears. And he didn't even mess with me. He let me cry it out. And he just tapped me. He said, sister, come with me. He got me to the gate. He said, I tell you what, he said, every year we have Family Day. He said Family Day is for his birthday. So it's from this to this. And our birthdays was close. I was like, that's so dope. I get to celebrate my birthday with his. He said, but you got to be invited by somebody. He said, this year, you are my guest. He said, bring whoever you want to bring with you. When you get to the gate, you ask for me. He said, are you going to come? I said, ain't nothing but fucking death going to stop me from being here. He hugged me. I said, what you eat? What's your favorite food? He was like, Popeye's chicken. I said, I'll see you next month. I came next month with a bucket of Popeye's chicken. I asked for him. He was right there at the gate with his little safari. He said, oh man, it's you, little sis. He called me little sis because I'm little, I'm short. And he big guy. And he held me, like lift me up a little bit, my feet dangling. Put me the fuck down, stop playing with me like I'm a doll. And he put me down and he was like, I said, I got something for you, told you. And I handed him a bucket of chicken. I think that's the trip my mother went. My very first time, because I went 3-4 times. Who went with me? You didn't go. Did you ever go? Mm-hmm. My very first time, who went with me? It wasn't Soraya. That's the last trip. That's when they said go to him and he got locked up. That's the last trip.
That was shy.
That's when shot exactly, because that's when India Ari was there. That's when I got photos with India Ari boyfriend. What was his name? Music. Soul Child. He was there. Leanne Rimes was there, the country singer. Jesse Jackson was there. And that's when he told me to come here, and I was like, no, because I was scared of him. Anyway. So what was the point to that. Wait a minute. So anyway, that's me. That's how I found him. That's how I found Tamore. That's what it's called. It was called Tamore. Tamare. So, when I get back, now that's what I told you to remind me of what I told you to remind me of. Okay, when I got, before all that happened, right? Mind you, this is all the same year. Me in the bathtub, August the 18th. All of this is about that. I'm sorry, yo. Literally, Mary is going off. Like he is going to hurt this dog. Like Mary. Look, these are the, all right, hold on. We get this. Look at the size of the dog Mary trying to fight. These are the, look, these are the, look, stop. Mary. I think she needs some help, y'all. Hold on. You need some help? Okay. Okay, Mary, he gone. Come here. Come here. Mary. Umi? It's gonna be something else when we go camping. Okay, y'all. So, that August the 18th in the bathtub. So, all these little things was happening. This is the same year. This is 2000. Me being invoked. The guardians saying you got these 6 enzymes. You got these 9 enzymes in your body. All of that with Dr. York. Right? All these little things happening. Now, they told me I had to go to Arizona. And I'm like, for what? Just go. But before I left, the night before I left, I was fussing that's where I was at. I was fussing with God, the deities, whoever the fuck talking to me. I'm like, y'all sending me on all these, y'all keep sending me on these quests. Everything I'm asked to do, I fucking do it. I only asked for one thing, and that was to be a part of the ancient Egyptian order. Now, hey, shut up. That place. Because see, that happened in June. The bathtub situation happened in August. So now y'all telling me to go on this journey. So, mind you, I can't, it was May, that happened in May when the car accident. June, I was down in Tamare with Dr. York celebrating our birthdays together. That was the first time I camped out there. This whole year was so spiritual. Now, August, shut up, Mary. I'm in the bathtub getting invoked by some gay guy named Happy. Now, October, into August, y'all tell me I gotta go to Arizona, but won't tell me why. I said, okay, I'm sick of this shit. I'ma go. I say, but I only asked for one thing. Everything I'm told to do, I keep doing all of this stuff, all these quests and shit. I asked for one thing because when I went to Family Day, I signed the paperwork, filled it out, sent the money in to be a part of the ancient Egyptian order that was run by Dr. York. Y'all telling me this is the holiest place, but then I've been waiting for months to even be a member. Whatever. Yo, I promise you, the next day, on the way out the door with my backpacks and stuff of $800 worth of shit that I didn't need once I got here because it was all taken from me. On the way out, the mail lady came in with this yellow envelope. This big, remember that? Mm-hmm. This big yellow envelope, and it had my name on it. said, what the hell is this? So I stepped back in the house. Mind you, I'm on my way off to my trip. I opened it right there in the vestibule and saw ancient Egyptian order. I went in the house. Listen, hey, to tell Kefa, I'm crying. I was like, look, I got in now. What is this? Dr. York had an organization. He still has it. I'm still a part of it. It's called the Ancient Egyptian Order. And if you're lucky, the way to get in, Dr. York himself, hey, Mary, Dr. York himself, no. Dr. York himself will take your name, your birth name. He puts it in some kind of chest. He do some kind of ritual to get your new name. You'll know when he did it because he will put his scent on. He wore this cologne called the All. I ain't never found it yet. He put his scent on your paperwork. When I opened it, I smelled the All, and you could see where he dipped it in the oil and smeared on my paperwork. He give you your new name. Once you get a new name, you get a new birthday. All of this was about this. You get a new name and you get a new birthday. From the way the story going, can anybody guess what my new birthday was? My birthday is June the 19th. Can anybody guess what's the birthday he put on that paperwork? I have it. I can show y'all this. It said your new name. It says your government name and your new name is Sekmetanukatanukis, she who has power over the heavens and the skies. Your new birth date is, can anybody guess it? You better not say nothing. Nobody want to try it? Exactly, Mary is just like that, Doreen. My new birthday was August the 18th, the day that I was invoked in that bathtub with Happy, that Egyptian god came in there and invoked me and told me that pestilence would be released through me that night. Is the day, as August, September, 2 months later, my paperwork come in and Dr. York personally gave me my new name and my new birth date was August the 18th. Y'all make it make sense. He knew something. Let alone, they always tied us together. I was always tied with this man. When I came to Arizona, I'm making sure, I gotta get out of here. When I came to, because I could keep going, we could be here all day with these stories. When I came to Arizona, I was sent up that mountain, up the Huachuca Mountains, right? I hiked the Huachuca, this trip. I hiked the Huachuca Mountains for 6 hours. If I'd have hiked 1 more hour, I'd have crossed over and been into Mexico, on the Mexico border. When I got to the top of that mountain, when I got to the top of literally that mountain that you're looking at right now, when I got to the top of that, there was this wind. Some of you know the story. Some of you don't. There was this wind that came. I was like, wait. I told Jason, I said, wait. It was a wind and a presence. I said, wait. This it. He was like, what? I said, this it. I said, walk back. We walked back. We walked back about 20 steps more. I said, let's go. Right there in that spot, I said, this is it. He said, this is it. He said, what you want me to do? I said, you gotta go. Leave me to myself. I looked over to the left. And it was this beautiful green moss. Nowhere else, it's dry shit here. Beautiful green moss with these wildflowers in it. The voice said, take off your shoes, for this is holy land. For this is holy grounds. I took off my shoes. I sat down in that spot. I feel it right now. It was so overwhelming. I just started to cry. I had my mini recorder with me. I push record. The old time was you put the little tape in there. Do 30 minutes each side. I push record and I sat in meditation. The next thing I know, I was somewhere else. I was on, I don't know what it was. It could have been a ship. I remember coming from this place, and I've been to this place before in my visions. It's a being that's standing tall as all outdoors. Like if you stood right here, you just see his feet. His feet is bigger than you. The top part of his feet is taller than you. You gotta look up. He's been in my life a few times, this being. And there's a lot of children there. You never see them. You hear the sound of children's laughter. Like I did when I did the children's upgrade, the children's laughter. That's because that's a part of my life. I put that in that water program to uplift children, or whoever listens to it for that matter. It's a very joyous feeling of children and babies laughing and playing. I came from that area. I don't see it, but it's there. I can't explain it. I came from that area with my mate, or her. She's been my mate through lifetimes. She's been with me. We looking for each other now. I may have come across her now. I'm not sure. I'm never sure. But we were summoned. And now I'm in this room. But this room, it was like a marble table. It was the furniture, everything was stone. Some kind of semi-precious stone. At the head of the table was a really dark-skinned black woman, and she had locks like a water fountain. Her locks was about this thick. They came out of her head, went up, and came back down. And she was the head of this council. It was a galactic council. It was different kind of beings. They were human-like, humanoid. You know what I mean? But not like just regular. One of them who stood over to the right, he was all white. White hair, white skin, white eyes, pure white. He was just white. And he's an enemy. He's my enemy. He didn't like me. He couldn't stand me. He wanted to kill me. His name is Azazel. Some call him Azazel. But he just wanted my head. But it was different beings. Like this one had a green skin. It was just different beings there. They called me in. I don't know the name they called me, but I don't remember. And they told me to sit down. I sat down. Dr. York was sitting right there. Me and my mate. She sat here. I sat here. And I'm sitting as by Dr. No. As I'm coming to sit down, Dr. York got out that chair. I sat in his seat. He was on my right side, and he walked off. And he walked into this doorway. It was completely dark. He just walked into that darkness. That's when they told me about Earth. They talked to me. I've been here before. My last life here I was a Native American shaman. I was male. I died about 33 years old. And I left. I left around the fire. Down here in Arizona. I was really beautiful. Thick hair. I wore these cuff things on my arms. And I when I left with these, I had these big white rocks around me and the fire. The house I live in right now got the white rocks around it. I didn't put them there. That house was basically handed to me, and it got the white rocks around it. That I have those rocks. Anyway, where was I at? I keep fucking losing my way. I'm telling you. I don't know where I was at. So anyway, I'm at the council, and I was here before, and that was my last time that I was here. That's why I call myself the fifth element, because this is my fifth time around. I know my past four. So they talked to me about Earth, the state that Earth was in, and asked me that I want to come down to help. Sound healing, what I do with the water programs, was talked about at this council. I agreed, but I had no time, for prep. If I agreed to the mission, they told me that I will forget. Mind you, I'm sitting on the mountain at the council. They told me that I will forget, that I was going to have to fight down here. I was going to have to fight my way back to remembrance. Even the loneliness that I go through, memories from that come back, that all of this that I go through, I'm going to have to go through it. The Guardians was agreed to guide me through it. I keep telling y'all they're from where I'm from. That I would have help. It's like a thing in my ear, and they where they are, and we talk. It's like that. See it like that. So that it wasn't going to be easy. I already graduated this school already, but they needed my energy here. I agreed. In that moment, they directed me to the same doorway that Dr. York went through. The female that was with me, she cried and she begged me not to leave. She begged me not to leave her. And I said, it's but a short time. And she said, you're not leaving me, then I'm coming with you. I said, you can't. And as I walked through the door, she was running toward it. She's here. She's here. It was two people that I thought it might be who she is, but I look for her. She's the only person really for me. I don't know where she is. She's very fucking hard-headed, though. She's very hard-headed. I told her not to come down here, because now she has to go through this shit. She ran through. She wasn't. Anyway, so Dr. York went through. So what I've learned is the cycles is it's like, in that time would be like every 30 minutes, you could go through the cycle. That darkness was a portal. You could go through like every 30 minutes. Let's just call it that, of their time. This time is 30 years. Dr. York and I are 30 years apart. It's 30 years through. You can go through the portal. We can do this all day. And I can tell you an absolute fact and true story. Anyway, when I went through the portal, I woke up on the mountaintop, sitting there in meditation, in absolute shock, sitting on that green moss with those wildflowers around me, in this strange place that took me 3 days to get to. Nosebleeds, swelling ankles. They took my bags. All I could say, the same thing when I came off the mountain, I took my tape recorder, because I remember I had the tape recorder going. Put my shoes on, and I called for Jason, my best friend. I got my stuff, cut the tape off, and I started walking down the mountain, and he was walking up to me. He was like, oh my God, what happened? How you feel? And all I could say was confident. And from that, like, no matter what my work is that I have to do, I don't have the fear of like what people think or think about how she dressed. I left that with that mountain that day. The confidence to do what I do. Even when nobody believed me. I've been talking about the womb man and parthenogenesis and who we are for years. And everybody was against me when I first came out. Y'all catching up to me. Literally. She met me 30 years ago talking about this shit. And the people around you was battling me. I battled on the street. I battled she just sit and watch. I battled the Hebrew Israelites. I battled the Muslims. I battled the conscious. I battled standing by myself. Now, y'all sending me videos of other people talking about who the womb man is. They learned that shit from me. I pioneered that shit out here. I'm telling y'all something real. Everybody knows my name across this country. But nobody says my name. That's the weird shit. They don't mention me for some reason, which is probably good. It probably protects me. But anyway, I've been doing this shit for a long time, y'all. A long time. I was in Job Corps. I done taught whole Job Corps centers used to meet me in the grass. I was in a Job Corps center. One time I was like 20. And I was out there teaching these people. This guy from Africa said, "You sound like the girl they talk about in my country." I said, "What girl?" He said, "My cousin went to Job Corps in Charleston, West Virginia." Mind you, that was the first Job Corps I went to. I said, "And what happened?" He said, "It was this girl named Angel there. And she would talk about," I said, "That's me." These Africans cried. Like they sell hello the gun and that. I'm not bullshitting y'all. I told you before, didn't I? It's not no bullshit, y'all. These Africans knew about me in Africa from the Africa, because I've been to several Job Corps centers and I taught people from around the world. And I had people that would follow me every day. They be waiting outside of my dorm. I'm telling y'all, if I go to Virginia, Delaware, come here, you little fiery, little monkey, come on. Don't even look at him. Don't do it. Mary, like I'm gonna fight. I forget what I was gonna say, but Delaware. Where is it? Newark? Wilmington. Newark, Delaware. They think I'm the Messiah there. They talk about me. If you go, I'm telling you, Newark, Delaware, you'll wind up hearing about me. Yeah, one time Messiah came through here with this girl because they saw me going to Stigmata there. I'm telling you, my sister was living there. Big story. It's a long story. I've been through. It's like I'm like Forrest Gump. He did all shit. That's how my life. Okay, we about to get out. Come on, we about to get out. You ready? You ready to go? Bye. That's what my life is like. Let's just see where it all ends, though. But Dr. York knew something to give me that birthday. I gotta go because I wanted to tell y'all more about that when I saw him, what he did. Every time I went to the land, I saw him and the exchange. That'll be the next video because I gotta go. Because it's getting hotter out here. It'd be too hot for them to walk. And they be suffering. They only gonna walk around once and they're gonna be dying. And let's get them going. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here today. I'm gonna put a little video up on Zen Wombs #2 today. And I'm gonna be posting more over there, some of my writings and just inspirational stuff. So join me over there. I'll put the video out in a little bit. So thanks for being here today. Oh, we supposed to get the loaves. That's what it was. Damn. Okay, y'all. Thanks for being here. Hold up. Did anybody say anything before I leave? Just leave them like that. What y'all was saying wow about? What part? Oh yeah, I was out there before social media was even a thing. I was out there on the streets of Baltimore. I was out there with Dr. York people, the Ansar laws. I was out there battling with the Muslims. They used to walk up and down the street in white about who the women was. I was just like, what y'all talking about is not it. I didn't know what to call my connection. I didn't know what to call my dreams and walking as a primordial, walking as the primordial, the first female to walk straight out of a crocodile. I was saying this shit. They was like, you are the smartest motherfucker we ever met, or the craziest. I'd be ciphered at the clubs. The club would end with me in it, and 50 to 100 people left in the club just to hear me talk. They'd be like, oh, she here tonight. The club owners was happy when I would come, because people would come. We would be in even the bars that close at 2, we in there at 6 o'clock in the morning still buying drinks. All of mine was given to me because they wanted me to stay, because all these people here for me, to hear me talk. I could just say at the club, I'm throwing a function at my house. I gotta limit how many people could come. I gotta tell them directly, because they would flood my shit out. Anytime I ever threw a function at my house, as soon as I say it, if I threw a poetry function at my house, it's just full. So I would select people instead of just announcing that I want to do a function. Larry, you want to come? This one, you want to come? You want to come? I'm doing it. It was like that, because people wanted to hear me talk. That's when we was in the beginning of breaking codes, waking up from the matrix. You feel me? Defining the matrix. The veil had been lifted. I never had one. Been talking this shit since I was a little girl. I never had no veil like y'all have. I'm sorry, I don't. I never had it. I saw through shit, and easily just saw through shit. If I had a veil, that shit was paper thin and see-through. I'm like, no, what the hell is this? No, that's not how that worked. I never had that hold on me. You feel me? Because I was sick here. So the one thing I didn't get caught up in. Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing it for a long, long time. I done stood with the best of them. I done sat with and battled Tariq Bey. Meaning in person, just personal conversation, sitting at the table, at a round table with the man. I done sat with Tariq Bey. I done sat with Raz Mariah Bey. SisStar Mariah. I spoke at one of SisStar Mariah's lectures, and all the people at her lecture wanted to go home with me. She was teaching the same thing about the sun, the father sun, the mother moon, all that shit, the water and earth, that whole thing that she teaches way back in the day. And at the end of that, I had a question for her, because when she was saying something right, something didn't sound. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. And I started telling her, I said, no, because no, earth is solidified fire. Fire becomes earth. Anyway, and I broke that shit down in her thing. At the end of it, you be in a line to talk to the person. I'm over there talking to her because she called for me. She said, I want to speak to her. She called for me, invited me to her hotel to come hold a cipher with. I never went. I had shit to do. But when I got out the line, when I walked away from her and all the people in the line, they was like, when I walked away, can I talk to you? I was like, no, go ahead and talk to the lady. They was like, no, I'm in the line for you. And I was like, this lady's place. I'm not doing that. Just y'all go ahead. Like, what's her name? Y'all know her name. She was there. Abundance Child. That's her name, Abundance Child. She big in the conscious community. All of them know my name. I'm telling y'all. I was there with them. I sat with Raz Mariah Bey. I got it on tape right now, where she did a reading on me from the Dendera wheel. I've been at her house and broke bread with that lady. We had conversations and good times, me and Raz Mariah Bey. I know these people. They know me. Because they didn't know who the fuck I was and why I was so fiery, and I walked alone. I didn't have no entourage. I didn't have any of that. Just like today, it was just me and my knowledge and my know. But I look back now and watch all of them. Y'all, like Mama T. Mama T watched me. She watched me today. I ain't gonna say nothing negative about it. Y'all keep sending me her stuff like y'all that's teaching me something. No, that lady know me. She reached out to me about 10 years ago on Facebook about what the fuck I teach, and told me that she watched me. No, I didn't know who she was, and she didn't come out as Mama T. She reached out to me as Shy Bless. I didn't know who she was. She was like, you deep as shit. And she reached out to me. She was on some shit of her own. She had some songs out and stuff. I think one of her songs, Black Woman is God. And she reached out to me, and that's when I looked into her. And actually downloaded some of her music. Here's some powerful ass music. But it's like y'all keep sending it to me like y'all want me to learn something. They learned from me. I gave a lot of people the courage to speak the way I speak. I gave a lot of women the courage to say who we are. Standing alone. I made people go do some research. Like, what the fuck is she really talking about? So no, I'm not saying where she got her shit from. But I'm saying she's aware of me. They won't say my name. Listen, she says womb man. I coined that phrase. If anybody says womb man, you know they watch Ceka. Don't nobody say that. I coined that phrase. I coined we are men with wombs years ago. I put that out there. All the way to this day, even when people looked at me crazy for saying it. We are men with wombs. We are the first. If they saying SisStar, that's me all day. That's me all day. I could keep going and start naming them, but there's no need to. You know what I mean? But like I said, y'all send them to me because they following bigger. I can't get the following because I'm the gay girl, or I'm the one who openly admit I'm gay. Let me say that, because you got some fake ones out there. You got some out there that's gay as shit, but they ain't gonna tell y'all they gay. They'll tell me and maybe even give me some, but then because I say I'm gay, then we don't fuck with her like that. Even the ones that's gay, they know I know it. Y'all keep sending me that Dr. My Aunt girl. She's gay. Leave me alone with her. I don't give a shit about nothing about her. I don't watch her. As a matter of fact, she wanted my ex. I'm gonna leave that alone. Them two boys are not hers. That's her girlfriend children. Listen, she from Baltimore. I know these people, so I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been out there for a long time. They wanted to put me on stage with her. I don't want to go on stage with none of them. I can give a shit about none of them. I got my own shit I gotta do down here. I gotta wake her ass up. If they ain't doing that with me, I don't care about it. I don't care about the debate. No side netter. I'm not getting on stage with Dr. My Aunt and we debate about Dr. York. That's his journey. They offered me $10,000 to debate her. No. You could donate $10,000 to my cause of what I'm doing. Is what you could do. Him and Polite before Polite got locked up. Because I sent them some proof and some video and shit and photos. I don't know who y'all talking to. I know people who know people who know people who know some people. So no, been out here for a long time, and I'm just on my cause. I just stick to my cause. You feel me? No, I ain't got time debating none of them, cause I ain't for none of the shit they talking about anyway. Ain't got no time for fucking debating each other. I'm on one mission, to wake her up and get her ass to the water praying. That's my mission. I don't give a fuck who we used to be. I don't care about none of that. A lot of people want me to come on there. Well, can you talk about, no, I can't. I can talk about us going to pray. Even the last radio show who wanted me on there. Yeah, we just not going to name it this, okay? And I'm not going to put your name in it. Then you go to hell. You go to hell. I am that I am. This is it. This is what I am. You can't say my name. We can't talk about this. Don't mention. Then what the fuck am I on your show for if I'm not living my truth? Then I'm on your show to live your truth. Well, can we just, you just come on here and we talk about nature? Shut up. No. Not what the hell I'm coming nowhere to talk about unless nature's in correlation to the rest of the shit I'm talking about. Okay, we know you heal with that. I swear to God, Higher Learning Network said this shit to me. We know you heal, with that stuff, because I healed her kidney stones. I didn't do shit. She listened to my total healing and moved kidney stones through her body. But can we just not say that. I will do this, okay? We're gonna work our way. Go to Zen Wombs number 2. You'll see her saying herself that what happened with the kidney stones. But then when they got onto me and they started shutting me down, yeah, we probably shouldn't say, Miss, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. No, thank you. Fuck your show. No, thank you. No, but we got it set for tomorrow. Listen, she done took my name out the title. Miss, y'all go ahead with the bullshit and hiding shit. Leave me alone. I was gay when you talked to me. I was gay when you bought the water program. I was gay then too, you know. Well, can we not mention it? Do I just come online and just mention I'm gay? I am that I am. Somebody looking at me like, damn, she gay, because she probably is too. That's how she know. The fuck? Bitch probably wants something. Leave me the hell alone and let me do what I do. I ain't asking nobody for nothing. So no. Or recently, that's how they want me on their shows with stipulations. Like scared to use my name. I don't get it. I just it never register. I don't understand it at the fuck all. Like what they on. So I gotta go because I know they gotta go to the bathroom by now. Exactly. Spiritual celebrity. Hold Dr. Zori, right. Even certain people ain't saying no names saying we got weed. Anybody know where we got weed came from? Hashtag we got weed. I got it fucking trademarked. We got weed. But it's not just we got weed. It's a whole thing. We got weed. It's a SisStar thing. THANG. Look on my documentary. It says it on the documentary. We got weed. It ends it with we got weed. The girl, Libra Love Child. Listen to the song she's singing on the documentary. She created a song to my hashtag, we got weed. I got other names with bigger channels talking about some fucking we got weed. Like they coined that. But they won't say my name. We ain't got shit. You a fucking idiot and you're lying. And you plagiarizing the shit. You say we got weed and say where you got that from. Say Ceka gave that to, she created that for the womb man. See, cause that's one thing I am. I'm a creator and I create shit. I create shit. Spiritual fitness. Watch where that's going to be at in a year. Watch, I created this year spiritual fitness for myself. But people are really picking up on spiritual fitness. Watch where that be in a year. Or watch they don't say my name and where it came from. Just remember today. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I'll see y'all soon. Cause I said the next time I come in here, I want to finish. I gotta watch this back to see what it was I said the next one going to be about. It was something about Dr. York, but we'll see. But I appreciate y'all for being here today. Let me get these babies out. I know they gotta go to the bathroom. Hold up. His loss to us. There you.